Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome. My name is Miss Terry and I am a children's librarian from the Cook Memorial Public Library, and you're watching our live Read Aloud. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we do a 3 p.m. Live Read Aloud where a children's librarian shares a favorite story with you. And today's picture book that I picked is special, I think, because it takes place during this time of year we are in right now. What season is it? Oh, it's not winter anymore. Yep, you're right. It's spring. Spring has sprung. You may remember from last fall, we had a story time and we talked about this thing called hibernation, when animals go to sleep all winter long, not all of them, some of them, and when they wake up, they do that in the springtime. And I wonder what happens when they wake up. What do you think the first thing is that they want to do when they wake up from sleeping all winter long? Yeah, they probably need to go to the bathroom, but I was thinking more like eat breakfast. What do you think? You think so? Well, the story is called Bear Wants More. It's written by Karma Wilson, she is the author, and all the pictures were drawn by Jane Chapman. She is the illustrator, and I love the picture of the book. Can you see it okay? You see Bear's in the middle there, and he's got all his friends, and it looks like they're eating something. And I don't know, it might be a coincidence, or maybe it's on purpose, but in the American Sign Language way to say the word more is exactly like what you see them doing. This means more. Isn't that cute? I think that's really fun. Okay, I have a job for the grown-ups out there. As I read the story, I want to see if you can identify how many uncommon words that you can hear. Uncommon meaning that you wouldn't use every day in your conversation, or that you don't think you normally hear on TV, or that kind of thing. See how many you come up with, and then I'll explain why after the story. Okay, so here we go. Bear Wants More. I think I see something over here. Can you guess what that is? I think it looks okay. I'm all lined up, and here we go. Ready? When springtime comes, in his warm winter den, a bear wakes up, very hungry and very thin. This is a den. It's another way of saying this is his house. He waddles outside and roots all around. He digs and he paws fresh shoots from the ground. He nibbles on his lawn till the last blade is gone. But he still wants more. Do you remember how to say more using a sign? Oh, Mouse scampers by with his acorn pail. Come along, Mouse squeaks, to Strawberry Vale. There's another fun word, scamper. It means move really quickly. So up Mouse hops onto Bear's big back, and they tromp through the woods for a fresh fruit snack. I can picture what tromping means. That's an unusual word. Something that Bear's definitely doing with his big, heavy paws. The berries grow sweet, and they eat. But, can you say it with me? The bear wants more. You see that? Oh, at noon, this noon sun glows when along hops Hare. Good day, friend Mouse. How do, friend Bear? This is a hare. It looks a lot like a rabbit. I'm hungry, roars Bear. Hare says, follow me. There's a fresh clover patch over by the cottonwood tree. So off they go. They nibble on their lunch with a crunch, crunch, crunch. But, can you say it with me? The bear wants more. Of course he does. He's huge. A new animal. Badger. badger shuffles by with his new fishing pole. There's a fine fish feast at the old fishing hole. They head to the pond and they sit by the shore. Bear catches fish. But, say it with me, he still wants more. I love this picture. There's so much to talk about. I love the blue colors. I'm not sure what the fish are thinking, but all these guys are having fun. Well, meanwhile, back at the big bear's den, wait Gopher and Mole and Raven and Wren. They bake honey cakes. They decorate the lair. It's a springtime party for their good friend Bear. Lair. This looks like the den. I think that's another word for den. Lair. Bear rubs his tummy. He smells something yummy. And he still wants more. Bear sniffs and he snuffles, as a sweet breeze blows. He romps to his home. He follows his nose. I like the word snuffle. It's kind of a funny sound you make with your nose when you're sniffing. I think pigs do it a lot. His friends yell, can you yell surprise with me? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Surprise! When he gets to his den, but Bear is so big. Any predictions? Why is this important that he's so big? That he can't fit in. Oh no! Bear wails. What luck! I'm stuck in my own front door. Has that ever happened to you? Just kidding. It's never happened to me either. I can think of another bear who that's happened to though. Mouse squeaks. Poor Bear. He's wedged in tight. Hare tugs. Raven pushes with all of their might, trying so hard. Badger gets a stick and he pries so hard. He's trying. What do you think's gonna happen? That bear pops out and he lands in his yard. Bear is so wide, they decide to party outside. And he still wants more. My goodness. Bear opens presents. He gobbles those honey cakes. He eats so much that his big tummy aches. Oh, that's a fun party. He snuggles in the grass and he snores big snores. He is full. But his friends want more. Did Bear fall asleep? He got lots to eat. He's taking a nap. And now his friends are still hungry. What do you think they're gonna do? Yeah, I'd order a pizza too. That's a good idea. Well, grown-ups, how many words did you identify as unusual or uncommon? The reason why I asked you to do that is because you may have noticed when the librarians do these read-alouds, we always like to pause when we come across an interesting word. And the reason we do that is because vocabulary is a critical early literacy skill. Early literacy skills are all those skills children build up and have in place when they start school so they have an easier time learning to read. They rely on those skills to learn to read. And all the studies show that children with bigger vocabularies, they have a much easier time when they start learning to read because it's much easier for them to make sense of a word they're sounding out if it's one they're familiar with. So don't skip the unusual words. Notice them, talk about them, have fun with them, and once you start doing that, I guarantee you, you're probably going to be doing a lot, because picture books have up to 40% more unusual words in them than everyday conversation and what you might hear on TV. It's kind of their thing. Not all of them, but it's kind of their thing. We learned a bunch of really cool words in this book, more than I can remember right now, but the movement ones really stuck with me, like tromping, tromp, I don't think I use that word very often, scamper, shuffle, waddle, romping, and we learned what a den is. You could even talk about another vocabulary word. You could throw in there the word habitat when you're talking about den. And what about that rabbit? That wasn't a rabbit. It was a hare. Not this kind of hare. It was a different kind of hare. It's a rabbit-like creature that has, I think, bigger ears. I don't know a whole lot more about rabbits or hares, but I know I could find out more by going, and so could you, by visiting cooklib.org/kids. You know that we have a whole list of resources, databases, not just for children, but also for grown-ups and teachers that you might find useful. If you really like this book, Bear Wants More, it's the second one in a series of bear books that are by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. The first one was Bear Snores On. Then this one, there's Bear's Loose Tooth and Bear Sees Colors. And, oh, actually, here it is. I like Bear. I have some. Here's the first one. This one's a Christmas one. And there's Bear's Thankful, Bear Counts, all kinds of them. So, thanks for joining me for this fun read aloud. And we'll have another one on Monday. Tune in Monday at 3 p.m. For another Children's Librarian Read Aloud. Take care and enjoy the nice spring weather. Bye-bye.